Okay. Oh yeah, they go based on the year. That's how they make it. So it's 2025, and it's the first patch of so the January patch of 2025. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so early access to Pan-Asian battleships, Lunar New Year celebration, training trials, and more. Okay, we are updating rules for number and game versions. Oh, here it is. The number still consists of two numbers, but now the first one denotes the year, and the second one denotes the serial number starting with 1. Most often, the number after the period will denote the month in which the update was released. Yeah, no, this actually makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot more sense than what we had before. With I think latest like current. What patch are we on right now on EUNA? We're on 13.11, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense. Okay. Early access to Pan-Asian battleships. With the release of update 25.1, early access to the Pan-Asian battleship branch from tier 6 to 10 will begin. To celebrate the event, the game will be updated with the themed Fury Warrior permanent camos for Hanoi, Dongfeng, and Yangon, as well as Pan-Asian battleship's commemorative flag. So, what were these things? Looks pretty good. Looks extremely Soviet, though extremely communistic, which I guess fits the theme. Okay. I mean, it fits the style, I guess. They're pretty cool. They're. It's not one color; it's two colors. So I guess they learned from Wargaming's mistakes of making single-colored camos. They're making double-colored. And finally, Yangon. Glass cannons with 305s. Wait, should I have been looking at the... Should we be looking at the... Is this where they announced the new ships? No, we've already seen this before. I just don't remember what these were. I don't remember what these were because it's been so long since I looked them over. These were the massive Schnoes 305s with funny things going for them, right? 305 guns with also all sorts of gimmicks. Was that the autoloader ones? Might be the ones. We call this Pan-Asian BB, but all I see is Russian ships. Yeah. Okay. Pan-Asian themed in version 25.1, but limited early access. Okay. Wait. In honor of the event, the Dragon Port will be reworked and receive highly detailed textures. Oh! Is this gonna be art department flex, chat? Let's see it. Oh, goddamn. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's the flexing that art department again. Feels kind of bad. Oh, it's just super heal? No art department. Holy shit. Okay, this port might actually compete with Fjords. Or Fjord, sorry. Actually looks pretty damn spicy. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. I dig that. I dig that. Whoa! In addition, the Heng Shui cruiser will receive a special permanent camo, Awakening of the East. Holy shit. What the hell is Heng Shui? What the hell was a Heng Shui, chat? Dig the camo, though. Okay, what is training tests? Oh, it's Chinese Santander with an autoload. Looks pretty toxic. This looked pretty venomous. In version 13.3, we held to the Heights of Mastery competition, where players took part in various disciplines demonstrating the skills. The event received positive feedback. Many players even asked to leave such challenges forever so they could train and pump up their skills in a convenient format. In 25.1, we will introduce training challenges, a new single-player battle type in which you can improve your game skills. It will be available on a permanent basis. In this version, there will be 3 challenges to shoot from: firepower, shooting, accuracy, and target. Yo, they made like a training room, like kind of like solo train. Like I don't know what it's called. Kind of like a training room, but basically aim practice or whatever. Shooting range. At the moment, you can take part in tests on any tier 6 cruiser. In addition, all newcomers, players with access level 4 to 14 will receive a special ships for rent. Makarov. This is an analog of the premium cruiser Makarov, but you can only go into battle on a training test or operation. Makarov, what a classic ship. Wargaming has a long and storied history with this ship. Each challenge will consist of 5 consecutive stages with increasing difficulty so the player can better master the corresponding skill. As in the competition for version 13.3, points will be awarded for completing the conditions of the challenge. The player's task is to score the required number of points in each stage. Some bot ships will be marked with special markers and will bring multiple points. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. The battle will end when the last stage is completed or if the required number of points is not collected in one of the intermediate stages. In this case, the battle would be considered won if at least one stage is completed. The more stages are completed, the higher the reward in credits and experience. Bro, and it's an actual tutorial mode. It's an actual tutorial mode that rewards you, teaches you the game, and rewards you. Holy shit. It took us, what, 9 years to get to this point? And we still don't have it on EU. Holy shit. Let's see. Battles will take place on a special map. Some ship control functions will be disabled. In all tests, the player's ship will not be able to move, and it will also be impossible to activate equipment. In addition, in the shooting accuracy test, torpedoes will be disabled. At the same time, at some stages, the player's ship will receive certain modifiers that improve its characteristics. So what? It's basically teaching you to aim. Okay. Firepower. In this challenge, the player's task is to cause as much damage as possible. As the battle progresses, the player learns about the features and conditions of using different types of ammunition, the need to take a lead when attacking moving targets, and also about increasing visibility due to shooting. Ay ay ay. Shooting accuracy. The goal of this challenge is to hit the ship's citadels as many times as possible. Players will learn how to hit enemy citadels. Some of the bot ships will be dressed in special camo for clarity, highlighting the citadel area. As the challenge progresses, the player will be joined by allied bots and a checkpoint will appear. Depending on whether it is captured by your allies or enemies, you will receive more or less points accordingly. Elimination, and this is just to destroy them. Players will learn and try out different ways to sink opponents, as well as learn the basics of teamwork to focus fire on a target. Oh! Holy shit. Ole, oi, 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 oi. Bro, imagine having this a long time ago. I asked for something like this and the twins said no, we want people to play our game. Oh, really? That sounds like a wargaming response. Honestly, until this point, I thought it sounded like a Lesta response as well. I don't know what's caused this. Is it the plummeting player numbers or something? It's weird that they're adding all these tutorials and shit that should have been in the game from the start. They're adding them now when, well, the amount of new players has significantly dropped off. I'm glad to see it, but the timing is strange, to put it mildly. Okay. Commanders assigned to ships and those in reserve will now be displayed in a separate tab. Fair enough. Each tab will now have the ability to customize the order of display as well as filters by nations and rarity. Okay. Oh, so you can look for your special captains easier. That's good. In addition, the number of places in the reserve will significantly increase and will become the same for all players. The reserve will be expanded for free, and it will no longer be necessary to buy places for commanders for doubloons. That's nice. Thanks to these changes, interaction with commanders will become clearer and more convenient, and our reserve will become similar in functionality to the barracks from World of Tanks. Bro, they're just copying a bunch of... They're copying things that they think work from World of Tanks into World of Warships. That's what they're doing on Lesta. First they're handing out free T10s, and now they want people to actually learn the game. They didn't do that shit on Lesta though, the free Audacious Schlieffen and stuff. I mean, they done a lot of dumb shit, don't get me wrong. Lesta does their fair share of really dumb shit, but they didn't do the whole free tier 10 ships thing that Wargaming is doing. Improved screen with economic bonuses. Work on improving the interface in the port continues. The next change will affect the screen with economic bonuses. Lesta is only giving rations of fish, no free ships. No, but Lesta is doing their share of really demented shit. Didn't they? They're selling like a super ship, aren't they? A super ship premium, the Piedmont. I think that's a super ship premium that they're selling. So let's not pretend that Lesta is all sunshine and roses. They do a lot of dumb shit. Now all bonuses applied to the ship will be indicated separately, thus the screen will become clearer. Okay. So what, it calculates the final bonuses here at the end. Okay. So this is if you have a body booster. Interesting. So that separately what you're gaining from each. Sure, why not? Refinement of priority tasks. In version 13.1, we added a block with priority tasks to report to make it easier to track the progress of combat missions. Okay, so they're fixing. They're tweaking the UI. Brawls. 3 versus 3, tier 10 battleship cruisers and destroyers, CBs and subs banned as always. 1 versus 1 on tier 8 cruisers. 1 versus 1 on tier 8 cruisers. Ha! What's strong T8 cruisers? Balti is gonna be great. Tallinn might be pretty good with the heal. Eugen is always a strong contender here. Bayard is pretty good. Congress, I don't know. Mines is gonna be great as always. Well, pretty great, but like Mines is always pretty good. Yeah, no. Otago. Otago can be. Otago would probably be pretty good. Honestly, if you need torps and heal generally, or just raw DPM. Those are the things. But the problem is, of course, if the other one gets to pre-kite, like Eugen is going to struggle to close the distance. You need to remember, Eugen has no improved AP pen angles, its nose in DPM is shit, and it's slow as hell. So if you deal with someone who's just kiting away, well, you have to force him to kite away, and then you have to turn around and get the cap, but doing that in an Eugen is easier said than done. 4 vs 4 tier 6 battleship cruising destroyers, subs and CBs banned again. God bless. I love that they never allow. Like, this is something that they do correctly. They ban CBs and subs from brawls, and they ban them from rank. That's exactly what you should do. They don't even pretend that they're balanced for like they don't even pretend that they add anything to this game mode, so they just ban them, and that's exactly what should be done. Now, if they could expand that into banning them from random battles as well, then we'd be onto something. Biskovica 63 has been added. Okay. Who is next to the container with the Polish ship? A beaver. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is. Whoa! The ranks of the commander of the world of ships is in a pleasant anime style have been replenished. Meet the special commander Eva Valentine with a special voice acting. Her voice was given by professional voice actress Christina Sherman. Who is Christina Sherman? Okay, I don't know who she is. We find her on IMDb. Oh, she does actor known for Arknight's Atomic Heart, Tiny Bunny. Huh. She's done a lot of games and stuff. Fair enough. Cybersport in the world of ships is developing. The expendable camos, Breakthrough Green and Breakthrough Red have been added to the game. Huh. Pretty cool. Okay, so that was the first Lesta Devblog. Honestly, wait, what was bad here? Was there anything bad here? We get new tutorial. We get improved visuals on a new port. We get the new ship line. This one looks pretty nice, by the way. Just saying. Wait, is this one of those rare blogs where there was nothing bad? I mean, the fact that it's early access is bad, but besides that, holy shit. The rarest of rare devlogs, one where there's nothing to complain about. Not much in terms of playable content. True, but like, honestly, between this and adding shit like Shinano and Archerfish, like, Like the saddest part with Wargaming's thing is, the Hothman and Prince and all of these are temporary ships. Like they're gonna take a while before they actually add them to the armory. Whereas Shinano and Archerfish are instantly made permanent. Like, because that's what we needed. That's what we needed. Thanks, Wargaming. Okay. Okay, let's see. The other devlog though. Maybe this will. Maybe that was the calm before the storm. Because if there's one thing we know about Lesta is when it comes to new ship lines, they like to cook. And they like to cook meth. And they like to cook crack. And this is in fact going to be a Soviet line that they're adding. So this should be very, very interesting. Anything new from the next CV rework? That's been completely buried. Completely buried. I don't know what's going on with the CV rework. Like, there was talk about it, then we had that one disastrous test that was, honestly, it was so fucking bad. Like, that test was so fucking bad. They had that test, and they did when they announced that test, they also told us, yeah, we think carriers are really problematic for the game, and there's balance issues, and we need a rework, and here's our version of the rework. And then complete radio silence, except for the fact that they've been pumping out more carriers. If since then we've gotten what? Theseus, Colossus, Shinano. Like, they keep pumping out carriers despite just telling us, hey, by the way, our design is dogshit, our balance is dogshit, a rework is desperately needed. But, yeah, let's forget about the rework and here's some new premiums. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that thing. They pretend it never happened or something. Let's see. Closed beta 25.1. New ships. A new branch of Soviet destroyers and a number of other ships have been added to the game. This is Lesta, of course. Well, we can see it really from this. This will make it very obvious. They use a different numbering on their patch notes now. Soviet destroyers. That should be interesting because the Soviet destroyers that are in the game right now are fucking dog shit. Like, if Delny is shit, Grozovoy is outdated as fuck and honestly pretty shit. So the two Soviet tech tree lines that are in the game are honestly the only reason why people can't really complain about all Soviet ships being busted is because these ships exist and they're really bad. So we'll see how these are. Third line. We're updating the rules for numbering. Yeah, we saw this. Updating the numbering. Branch of Soviet destroyers. A third branch of USSR destroyers will be added to the game during the upcoming closed testing session. It will include ships from tier 6 to 10. Sobrazitelny, Osmotritelny, Smelly, Smelly, Spokojny, and Gordelivy. Oh my god, my pronunciation must be butchering these things. Holy shit. Artillery Universal Torpedo. Finally, I've collected them all. This is the phrase that the player will be able to say when he has collected 3 branches of Soviet destroyers in his port, including the new one. Torpedo line. Okay, so it's a Soviet torpedo line. Fair enough. And it is with torpedo armament, of course, that the main feature of the newcomers is connected. Their torpedoes not only have the ability to launch torpedoes individually, but they are also loaded individually. On these ships, it is not necessary to wait for the entire torpedo armament to reload. This gives a choice to wait for the entire set to reload or to launch torpedoes one at a time immediately after loading. Launching a torpedo resets the reload of the next one if it was loading at that moment, so it is worth paying attention to the state of the torpedo launcher before the attack. Similar to how reloading of the main battery salvos work on the Conquistador. Okay, I don't have the Conquistador, but sure, thanks for the example. As for the torpedoes themselves, in terms of characteristics, they are good, average, and at high levels, they are distinguished by good cruising range. I don't even know what good or average... I don't even know what average means in World of Warships anymore. I don't know what it means. Like, when I read Wargaming Devblogs, they're like, yeah, this destroyer is really fucking slow, and then the DD does 40 knots. Or then they say this submarine is really squishy, and then it has like 20k health and French saturation, so I'm like, okay, that seems really squishy to me. Or then, like, this BB has really bad concealment, and then it has, like, better concealment than all the cruisers, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't know what their numbers mean anymore. And they talked about average torpedoes, and then they were, like, hull and torps on a ship earlier. Like, I don't know, both of these devs have power crept them so fucking hard. I don't know what average means in 2024. Smart, cautious, brave, calm, proud. Approximate translation of ships. Okay, fair enough. Other advantages of the branch. Good camo and speed boost, I guess. Corsage, I think. As for the weakness, they are quite typical for torpedo destroyers. Low damage per salvo and per minute for the main battery. So bad guns, but nasty torps. Speed boost, yeah. The equipment set is DCP, smoke, speed boost. Okay, so pretty straight. They've been doing this a lot lately in Lesta, where they just go back to the classic consumables instead of all the shit. Like the latest, the gunboat line that I've been playing, like Lyncham Matif. I don't remember what it was called. That thing only has DCP. So let's see what Zobrazitelny looks like. Okay. Zobrazitelny. Tier 6. Shrunken. And there's a whole historical background. Oh, do we want to read this? Yeah. This destroyer was laid down according to Project 7 in October 1936 at shipyard number 2 and named after. Okay, the ship was relayed down on Corporate 7 and received a new service to tell me. The ship participated in raid on Constanta. Oh. Actual ship. A Gnevny, basically. A Gnevny copy. 14.1k health. 11k range. That's pretty good for a tier 6 boat. Reload time 5 seconds with 4 guns. That doesn't seem very bad. For supposedly being really bad gunboat. Right? What am I missing? Doesn't seem that bad, right? What does Gnevny have? Gnevny has same guns, same reload. With same HA alpha. Wait, so it's Gnevny? It's exactly Gnevny. That's literally Gnevny's gun stats. So it's literally Gnevny gun stats, but it gets 14k alpha torps with 8.5k range that do 60 knots. Full set reloads in 69 seconds. How many was it? 2x3, 6 torps. Very stealthy torps as well. So you can sit low tier cruisers. But how is this supposed to be worse guns? It's literally Gnevny. It's copy-paste Gnevny. Is the shell velocity? It's the same. It's the same shell velocity. It's the same AP alpha. Okay. So much for weaker guns on this thing, I guess. It's just a Gnevny, but Gnevny has 4 cam torps. This one has 8.5 cam torps. Fair enough. That's a pretty good buff to have. Let's see. 6.5 base detect. And the Gnevny has 6.8. So it's okay, so it's a stealthier, 300 meters stealthier Gnevny with the same gun power, but much better torps. Okay. Oh, and it gets a 50% speed boost. Wait. Oh, what? Okay, sure. Why not? Gnevny does 38 knots. This one does 36.8. But the speed boost on this thing is so nutty. So, wait, hold on. 36.8. And you run, what, speed flag? And then you run the new speed boost that honestly lasts 90 seconds. So, you're gonna run 44 knots at tier 6. And you had, what, 6.5 conceal? So, you're gonna build concealment on it. And you have 5.8 conceal. Okay, at 44 knots and Gnevny gun power. Huh? Has absolutely no AA, but none of them have any AA. Interesting. How is this not just like a much better Gnevny? Okay, I'm not sure what happened to the worst guns, because those guns are straight up fucking better, but or what's the same. But what do I know? Osmo Tritelny. Thank you, Mr. Ors, for the 25 months. Okay. Interesting. Double. Whoa, what are these? Quad torps? Quad torps. Okay, interesting. What is this? Is this look kind of looks like an organ? Okay, detector glass. Osmo Tritelny was laid down in Severance and launched in 1944. Okay. Fair enough. So what ship is this exactly? Is this an Ognaboy? What ship is this exactly? Has similar looks. I don't know about the torps though. What's the tier 7 Soviet? It's they have Leningrad. It's not a Leningrad though. No way, it doesn't have nearly the same profile. I think it looks like an Ognaboy. Is it the Minsk? Completely different. But Minsk has like double turrets here, and the superstructure is very different. This doesn't look like a Minsk at all. Honestly, maybe it looks more... Kiev also has 2 turrets in the front. Is the closest we get to Ognaboy here? It looks... the profile looks very Ognaboy. The profile looks incredibly Ognaboy. It's an Ognaboy with quads. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, but let's see. Let's look at the stats. So we have 16.2k health, 2x2... 2x230mm guns. 2x230mm guns. Okay. But 11.5 range. 4.2 second reload. Well, that's better than Ognaboy's guns, and Ognaboy is tier 8. Ognaboy at tier 8 has 5-second reload on the guns. This thing is 4.2 with the exact same guns at tier 7. Huh? Okay. How is this worse? I don't really understand the worst guns. They don't seem really that bad. Oh, it's 2x5s. It's 2x5. Sorry, it wasn't quad torps. It's 5. So it's kind of like Ognaboy torps then, but the difference is 9.5k range at tier 7. 14k alpha. Takes a fair time to reload the whole set. 110, but you'll probably build for it. Very stealthy torp still. AA, of course, a joke. 37.5 base. 6.4 conceal. Again, insane conceal. What? That's... Wait, 6.4 at tier 7? This thing is gonna be like better than Shira. Shira is 5.8. Yeah, it's gonna... Well, it's gonna be about 5.8. It's gonna be Shiratsuyu concealment. But you get... It does 37.5 knots. So you run this, and then you run their speed boost. So you do 45 knots. Interesting. 16.2k health base as well? 16.2 base health. Isn't that a fair bit of health? Where does 60 that health put you? It puts you at... Compared to tier 7s, it puts you... More health than Haida and Huron. Interesting. And they're like... gunboats? Shiratsuyu has 12.8k health, by the way. 12.8. This thing has 16.2. That's a lot of extra health to have. It's got like 30% more health than Shira. And better gun power. And it's faster. And it has the same conceal. And of course it doesn't suffer from the slow turrets like that Shira does. In fact, they're very fast turrets. How is this not just a far, far better Shiratsuyu? Okay, anyway, whatever. Smelly. The smelly one. Okay, let's see how it smells. Okay. What hull is this? That's 5 quintuples. Nostra Bridge. Yeah, it does look like the Nostra Shimmy Bridge, doesn't it? Turrets look kind of Nostra as well. Okay. It does have the kind of the neutral one. Well, not really. It kind of similar as. What's the historical background? Okay, Project 30 base, 57th largest Soviet force, laid down. Laid down in May 1948 in Leningrad, launched in September, and entered service. Okay, actual ships though. So far, actual ships. 17.2k health, okay. 2.2, 2.2x2, 38. 38 second reload. 38 second reload. Okay. That's a really fast reload, isn't it? If Ognivoy is 4.8, sorry, not even 4.8, wasn't Ognivoy 5 second reload? Wasn't this supposed to be like a torpedo-oriented ship? Which Ognivoy is as well, but Ognivoy has 2x230s with the same characteristics, but Ognivoy's reload is 5 seconds. This one's reload is 3.8. That's a shit ton more DPM. What the hell is the... wonder what the DPM on this thing is going to be. It seems like really good for pure torpedo bow. 2x5, 15k... Whoa, 11 km torps at tier 8. 11 km torps at tier 8, that's really nice. 63 knots. Full torpedo reload, 115 seconds. That's gonna take a while. Still very stealthy torps. AA, complete joke. 36.5. Not that fast. Detectability 7, but we are at the point where we, of course, can slot... we can run double conceal. So 5.7 conceal. 5.7 conceal. Holy shit. Can always launch one torp around it, true. But 5.7 conceal with this Dakka. And of course the speed is going to be, well, it's going to be about, what, 44 knots? 43, 44 knots. And the speed boost lasts longer now. It went from 90 seconds to 120, which is a big deal because you run the module that increases the duration of speed boost by a percentage. So you're going to get easily like a 3-minute speed boost out of this thing. 120k HE DPM. 120k HE DPM. Interesting, thank you. So where does that put our friend though then? 120k, it puts us, let's compare them to tier 8. 120k HE DPM puts us at Loyang? Terrible? Terrible without reload booster, of course, but Shush, this is Ognivoy. So this is a more torpedo-focused version of these ships, and it's got 30% more DPM than Ognivoy, sitting up here. Huh. Okay. Lesta promised they'll buff gearing and said 52 alliance in 2025. Really? Interesting. Ognivoy dies a third time. Okay. Spokojnie. Tier 9. Okay. What the fuck is that turret, chat? What the fuck is that turret? If this isn't a 60 ship, I don't know what is. That's Neustra Cold War fucking turret if I've ever seen one. 59? This gotta be 58 earliest. 58, 59, 60s. I do like this little clips they show of the ships instead of the dumb fisheye lens. Okay, 1952. Laid down 53, really? Launched in November the same year and commissioned in 56. After repairs 64-66, the destroyer served in the Baltic, and in 1970 took part in major military exercises. Okay. Okay. So, same as basically, is it? Whoa. That's a pretty sleek looking fucking hull. That's, is that a... That might be a unique design. Or like a new design ship. It looks similar to Neustra, but that hull, I don't think there's any ship with this hull in the game, is there? What would come close? I don't think there's any ship with this hull. This is, I think, a completely new ship that they made. A completely new model. Is there this mod? I don't think there's this kind of bow model ship It's completely new, I think. Completely new. Imagine getting new designs. That's pretty cool. Because I've never seen this superstructure. And also, this looks mean as fuck. I kind of like it. Yeah, it's completely new. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Doesn't, because all the Soviet DDs we have are flatline, but this kind of mean though. This turret is not going to be able to shoot straight forward. It's going to have the same issue as shit. What was it? I think is it Holland or was it Smallland, or one of them has, they can't shoot straight forward because their own bow and shit in the front blocks them. They can't shoot forward in close range. In service until 1992. Really? Jesus. Combat capability 18,200. Looks way too modern for this game. Bro, this game has jet planes in it. Okay, we're fighting jet planes. So surely we're gonna have really good anti-air, right? Heavy cup. 18.2k health. That's a fair bit. 3.3 second reload. 3.3 second reload. Huh. Tashkent has 5-second reload. But it's got 1 extra gun. This loses a gun. What DPM does this thing have, Jen? 130k. That's pretty good. I mean, I guess at this point it starts falling off. The lack of turrets starts making it fall off at this point. The lack of turrets will start making it fall off. It's not going to be that impressive anymore. The DPM. It's definitely going to start falling off. However, the 130mm guns have pretty good ballistics, which makes them pretty nice to trade with. But I think the DPM is going to start falling off. Also, keep in mind, this is the worst gun setup for DD. This is the worst gun setup. I need to highlight that. We've talked a lot about the DPM values, but let's talk about the actual gun setup. There's multiple reasons why this gun setup fucking sucks for a destroyer. It's bad when pushing in. It's bad when kiting. So you never get to use both gun zero or something similar. It's shit. It's a shit trading design. The second issue is your gunnery when you have a turret here and a turret here. Anyone who's played shit like Holland knows that the guns often fucking end up crossing, intersecting each other, and flying all over the place and struggling to actually hit where you aim. And that's because of the fucking turret setup. So the turret setup is ass in every possible way. And this means, of course, if you're trading in this thing and you want to actually use all your DPM, you have to give a lot of broadside, which in DD fights is something you don't want to do, especially if you're fighting a gunboat in a torpedo boat and you're trying to kite away. Having to give broadside is the worst thing possible. So we haven't watched Secret Level yet, Lost Core. Please no spoilerinos. They didn't come out today. We haven't seen them now. Anyway. But yeah, no, the turret setup is okay. It's, I mean, in reality, this turret setup was okay. In the game, this turret setup is ass. In game, because of their shitty coding, this turret setup is fucking ass. Anyway, let's see. What do we have? 2x5 torps, 12.5 km range. That's pretty nice. 63 knots, 100-second reload. You're gonna be able to build that. Yeah, but Ragnar makes up for it by mostly trading at very long ranges, and also Ragnar has the insane dispersion. Ragnar has the Giga dispersion that helps make up for it. Bro, play Holland. Don't compare to Ragnar, compare to Holland, and you'll notice it. Like, these things don't have Ragnar dispersion. But I think people forget that Ragnar has Giga dispersion. Also, Ragnar doesn't mind giving broadside against most idiots, because most idiots shoots HE at it, which it shatters. It's only when it fights. Like, Ragnar's turret setup isn't that good when you're fighting pure AP monsters either. Like, I've loved fighting Ragnar's in my Elbing, because Ragnar has to give a fair bit of broadside to shoot me, and Elbing arms on his broadside. Like, it's always not, it's not that straightforward, always. Anyway, what do we have? What's our conceal? 6.9. 6.9 before modifiers. Whoa. 5.6 conceal. That's fucking nice. 38 base speed as well. That's also really nice. And this time you have a 1. No, it's 50. It's still 15% modifier. Just as long. So 46.5 knots speed. 46.5 knots of speed. Potentially you could build... This one is a ship you could probably go swift and silence in if you want. So you're gonna be zipping around at really fucking quick in this thing. And you're stealthy as shit. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. We'll see what kind of torpedo angles we have, but also very good torpedo range at 12.5. Soviet destroyer, proud, tier 10. What the fuck is this thing? Looks so boxy in the middle. Oh, what is that? ASW mortars? It kind of looks like ASW mortars. I wish they were functional. I wish they were functional in this game instead of the fucking dumb shit we actually have. Kotlin class destroyer. Interesting. Yeah, it's ASW rocket. Yeah, it's what is called Fido. I think it was called, at least NATO, I think their version was called Fido. The rocket assisted, the ASW rockets. But that's not how they work in... Like, you know those launchers at the front of the Holland? They're supposed to be ASW rockets. Yeah, instead we get fucking World War I launchers. It's tragic. Okay. Interesting fucking looking turrets. Surely the A is gonna work. Okay. Project 41. Latest radio technical equipment and weapons. Surely it will be able to track a World War I submarine then, or World War II sub, right? By the mid-1960s, all leading powers were already building ships with guided missile weapons, and the USSR did not design an exclusive artillery ships, giving preference to the missile project 57 bis. Yeah, this is the same new hull that they created. Man, it's a boxy thing though. A big dumb. It reminds me of T-22 with the big dumb box in the middle. 19.5k health. Oh man. Oh man. 17.9 Shima in shambles. 2x2. 2.9 second. At tier 10, this is starting to fall off pretty hard, especially with the turret setup. Like, the reload gets better and better, but it's still only 2 guns with the same HE alpha. Actually, I think it's even less. It went from 1.9 to 1.8 at some point. So, the AP is slightly better. With the shell velocity, you're probably able to Citadel light cruisers. But, and the turret burst is faster. But besides that, you probably don't want to be fighting too many gunboats in this thing. Basic depth charges. Oh, it's the standard. How fucking unique. Can't have any advancements in that area now. We keep building these new advanced fucking ships that we keep adding into the game, but for some reason they all come with World War I anti-air and World War I depth charges. That's what a coincidence, man. Torpedo, 16.6k alpha. Better DPM than Delny. Wait, is it really? No way, that's so tragic. But I mean, Delny is a giga tragic ship. Delny has like some Delny has 136k HE, man. You shouldn't compare anything to Delny. Delny has less HE DPM than Submerse, so let's not talk about Delny. $148k HE DPM. Okay, so that's Trump HE DPM. That's actually pretty okay. I mean, with the flat ballistics you probably have. It's probably okay for trading. You don't want to be trading against the strongboats, but against the 2016 destroyers is pretty good at trading against. 14 km torps, that's nice. 65 knots. 1.4. It's 2x5 launchers. Huh. So reload seems pretty long though. 2-minute reload for 10 torps. I'm not sure how good that is. You can single launch, which will give you some options though on nosing ships, being able to single launch on them. The thing with single launch committing is, of course, either you dev strike or you land nothing. Those are usually the 2 options. Flak. Oh, we got 5 flak. Hog. 5 flak. Maximum speed 38.5. Detectability. So it's going to be what? 5.7 detectability? Standard consumables. Standard consumables. Honestly, I was expecting something more extreme. I was expecting something more extreme. This is Lesta we're talking about, launching a new Soviet destroyer branch, and it's kind of like, honestly, it's kind of like when the Soviet battlecruisers came out. When Lesta announced the Soviet battlecruisers, I was like, okay, they're gonna go fucking nuts. And then the Soviet battlecruisers were like, I don't really see anyone play them on Lesta either. They're very rare, just because the guns are kind of inconsistent and the armor is really inconsistent. So, and now this line is again like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really seem that special. 65 knots? Yeah, no, I was expecting the torps to be scarier than this. Consider there's only 10 torps. 65 knot torps. Like, gearing has better range, better alpha, faster torpedoes, and I think roughly the same reload, if not better. So, and no one is gonna go like, wow, gearing is so overpowered. No, not really. So, yeah, I'm honestly surprised. This doesn't seem particularly special at all. I don't think it looks terrible. Like, it's fast. It's fast, it's stealthy. Looks like it has pretty decent guns and pretty decent torps, but compared to a lot of the DDs that we have right now, yeah. Do you really want to play it? Like, okay, do you want to... Playing a torpedo boat in 2024 is already questionable. Playing an average torpedo boat, like, let's say gearing level torpedo boat in 2024, like... Playing a gearing torpedo boat without gearing smoke to use on your teammates. Like, this is the standard shitty smoke. 97 dispersion time with 160-second cooldown. Like, this is a fucking terrible smoke when you compare it to American smokes, which are, they last 130 seconds. Same cooldown, but they last like shit tons longer, more than half a minute longer. So yeah, I don't know. The earlier ones, like the tier 6 and tier 7 looked very good for the tier. Then it just fell off. Like the guns were some. I was talking about the DPM earlier because I was like, hey, these guns are pretty good. And then just nothing changed regarding the guns, and the torps got very small incremental buffs. They kind of fell off the further on we went. The individual torp reload is interesting, but then that you reset the next reload when you launch one, I don't know. Thank you, Video Jam. What else have they? Soviet destroyer Oputnu. Researchable destroyer. Wait, it's a researchable destroyer. Oh, it's gonna replace Ognavoy? Ognavoy will come a premium. So they're replacing the Ognavoy with a double turrets in the back. Okay. I don't know what this translation means, but Ognavoy will become a premium ship. Oh, it comes with heal? Heal, DCP, smoke, defensive AA. Wait, that comes with a lot. So this is part of the Grossoboy branch. 16.4 alpha. Wait, where does this thing... Tier 8? .5 reload with 3 guns. I almost have Kiev DPM. It's almost like Kiev, isn't it? Kiev is 5-second reload. This is 5.5. That's pretty good. That looks pretty good. Much faster turret reverse, though. Kiev's turret reverse is... Isn't it shit? Yeah, Kiev's turret reverse is 18 seconds. So it's a Kiev with the guns in the back instead of the front. Almost same DPM. You lose 5-second reload, but in return you get half the turret traverse. That's really nice. 2x4 torps with 10 km range. That's so much better than Kiev's torpedoes. Kiev's torpedoes are 8 km. These are 10. And they're faster as well. They hit slightly less, but insanely stealth, eh? Okay. Does 42 base. It's 42 knots base. What? That's really fucking fast. Kiev is 42.5. Handles like a god. 3.2 rudder. 7.4 conceal. Six cam conceal Kiev. Kiev's concealment is 8.5 base. This one is 7.4. Holy shit. 6 cam conceal, 42 base speed. Almost same DPM, but handles much better. Better gun handling. Much more usable torps. Comes with DCP, standard smoke, a heal, 2 charges. You'll run the superintendent of this thing for sure. A speed boost 8%. And you can slot defensive AA on it as well. I mean, you don't have any flak to boost, do you know? So the defensive AA is a fucking joke. This is... What is the point of this? This is troll as shit. Completely irrelevant. But like... 42 with this and the speed boost. Isn't it 8%? Yeah. 40, almost 48 knots. 6 cam conceal Kiev with a heal. And much more usable torps. Huh? Is this an apology for how shit the Ognavoy was? Because this thing seems really strong at tier 8. Are you fucking shitting me? Holy shit. This thing seems really strong at tier 8. Like, all these lower tier fucking ships seem much better than the higher tier ones. Interesting. Sovremeni. Who the hell is that? Whoa, this thing looks modern. This thing looks modern. That's 8 guns. Sovremeni. What the fuck are those? Also some... Looks like some... Now, I love that they model all these different ASW designs that they had. Like, they model all these incredible AA and ASW mounts that existed. Like fucking radar-guided anti-air and shit. They fucking model them, but then the actual AA and ASW we get is always World War I. It's insane. Like, look at that. Oh yeah, still can't spot the sub that's fucking 2 km away from you. Nice. Historical background. Okay. The hull of Yerevan sunk in 1957 during the test of the KSH mission. The hull of the Kiev was transferred from the Kiev where it was located. The test vessel back. Okay. It could, if the hull of the former Kiev was completed as an artillery destroyer, it could receive modern weapons from a universal 100mm artillery mounts, the latest RBU, etc. Okay. Sovremeni is armed with 8 rapid-fire 100mm main guns and 4 turrets. Due to the high rate of fire, it has high damage per minute when using HE shells. By the way, the armor penetration is slightly increased and is 20. So it's just enough that you don't need to run IFHE on it. Isn't this with tier 9? Yeah, tier 9. You don't need to run IFHE to shit on DDs in this thing. Also, IFHE is actually not going to be valuable. You know, you're not going to benefit much from running it. Worth noting that firing range is low compared to other Soviet destroyers. Destroyers also armed with 152 torpedo launcher. The torpedoes do not stand out in terms of the characteristics, but they can be loaded and fired tube by tube, like the new branch. Other features make the newcomer similar to the Zorki artillery branch. Reinforced armor on the central part of the side, high speed, poor camo, availability of heal, but no smoke. Interesting. Sovremeni. Shit looks pretty sleek. The thing you saw are now being used in UA in surface-to-surface action. Holy shit. Digging up the museum ships and the museum tanks. God bless. Okay, 4x2. 1.4k HE damage. That's really little. Fire chance 6%. Shooting tier 10s, that's going to be 3%. But the thing with low percentages is flags and shit benefited a lot more. 1,000 meter per second. Okay, did they just copy Aki ballistics? Kind of looks like they copied Aki ballistics. AP damage 1850. 3.6. Okay, can someone calculate? What's the HE DPM on this thing, chat? 1.4k alpha, 8 guns, 3.6 second reload. Faster traverse. Standard def charges, of course. I love that they showcase these incredible ASW mounts that they showed here. And then you get standard ASW. Funny. Torpedoes, 15k, 8km. Pretty usable torps. Pretty usable torps. 187k HEDPM. Thank you. Thank you. 187k HEDPM. Where do we sit on the Dhaka? Huh. Just under Kitakaza. That's not a bad place to sit. Kita, of course, does have better pen on the 100mm guns. But 187 is around here. Well, actually around here, but you will build it pure guns. But then again, you build all of these pure guns as well. That's not a bad place to sit. We'll see. Oh wait, was that the same mount that they're using? And Albert, is that the same mount that they're using? Modifies MTLB with naval rocket launchers. Wait, is that their... That looks very similar. Is that the same thing they... So they took that shit that they had on their ships and mounted it... No way. Bro, what? Are you trolling? No way. Wait, hold on. Where was it? Oh, fuck. It does look very similar, doesn't it? Oh, shit. Oh, man, it is that thing. Holy fuck. Oh, yeah. Okay. Bro, they're taking all the shit from their ships to use on the ground. Oh, oi, oi. Oh, oi, oi. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Anyway, let's see, where were we? Full torpedo reload, 135. Single torpedo launch capabilities available. AA 4 flak with pretty shit alpha. I guess they gave it the HE alpha. Pretty shit. Okay, but whoa, now we get to the... What the fuck is this? 43 knots. And you run speed flags and you run speed boost because it's such a long duration one. 49 knots. A Kitakaze that does 49 knots, but with absolute dog shit concealed by the looks of it. Well, is it really that dog shit? 6.9. It's pretty bad conceal. 6.9. Rudder is 4.2 though. Rudder is 4.2. That's not bad at all. Rudder being 4.2 is pretty nice. That's the best rudder. That's Tashkent has 6.1. Udaloy has 5.3. Even Nostra has 4.6. So this thing having 4.2 means it handles a lot better. The turning circle is also, well, it's tighter than Tashkent and Nostra, but Udaloy does have a tighter turning circle. Still, it should handle really well. What was 48 knots and 4.2 rudder, 6.9 conceal, and a lot of Dhaka. 11.4 base range means though you basically have to build AFT on it. But it should still be pretty playable. I don't know, it might be okay. It might be okay. It's gonna be hard. Well, it's gonna be pure gunboat, really. Pure damage farming gunboat. It's like open water Kitagaza. Kinda. Except without the pen. Much faster, but without the pen open water Kita. That sounds pretty interesting. I mean, against fire prevention BBs, you're going to do very little. Because you can only really farm the superstructure. You don't pen anything else. But if you do get the load AP, you'll probably get to free farm a lot of broadside damage. No F-button bullshit? No, nothing really special going on. Honestly, it's going to be most effective against things that don't build fire prevention. and other DDs, but other DDs can play against it with just having better stealth, and trying to farm cruisers with this range is not going to be easy either. Could be an interesting ship. I don't like it. Seems could be interesting to play and not the end of the world to play against either. Spanish cruiser. Madrid. Okay, what the hell is this? Well, it's Spanish, all right. Madrid. Is it a Spanish super cruiser? I think it might be a Spanish super cruiser. Look at the size of those guns. Those are big fucking turrets. Wait, is that 6 guns? Looks fat as hell. Is that a completely unique model? That model looks pretty unique. Is it unique? Imagine creating unique models for your ship. Wonder what caliber those guns are. Those are not 203s, I can tell you that much. Okay. Madrid is the first Spanish large cruiser in the game. It's armed with 6 305 main battery guns in 3 turrets. And don't let such a modest number confuse you. Fire is conducted in a series of salvos mode using a full cycle drum, so it's like a burst firing. 3 salvos are available, meaning you can fire as many as 18 large caliber shells at the enemy in a short time. Jesus. However, the cruiser pays for such power with poor accuracy by class standards and a long reload for the entire series. The newcomer's high explosive shells are distinguished by high damage, but ship's damage per minute is low. Madrid has excellent camo, but a vulnerable citadel and long fire duration. And the air defense has a small number of shell explosions. But the cruiser has a wide range of equipment with DCP, heal, spotter plane, defensive AA or hydro, and speed boost. Interesting. So vulnerable citadel and burns for 60 seconds. But then on the other hand, it can do kind of glass cannon. Kind of glass cannon? Madrid. 53.4k HP for tier 10 super cruiser that burns for 60 seconds. That is squishy. That is fucking squishy. Let's make no fucking mistake about that. That is hell as and a vulnerable sit as well. That's fucking squishy as hell. Are you shitting me? I don't even know what other super cruiser comes close to having that little health. What's the lowest HP super cruiser? At tier 10? Even Yoshino is over 60. Castilla? Yeah, but Castilla isn't a super cruiser. Castilla is just a cruiser. It doesn't burn for 60 either. Guten Lu isn't really a super cruiser either, but it does burn for 60, but it's Guten Lu health, basically. Or, well, sorry, large cruiser, super cruiser, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Large cruiser. 305mm guns. Torpedo belt 18. Plating 25 as well, so overmatchable? Overmatchable. 16.4 range. Not impressive at all. Not impressive at all, considering the caliber. In fact, for the caliber, that's kind of crazy low. Like, even the lowest range of tier 10 with those kind of caliber is Hildebrand, and that thing has 18.5 range. Even Guten Lu with 283s has 16.5 range. Interesting. Maximum damage of an HE shell, 4450. Armor pen, 51. 32% high fire chance, but 6 guns, 6 guns. Maximum damage of AP, 8.4. 8350 to be exact. Main gun, first 30 seconds. Maximum dispersion 224 at 16. 224 at 16. Okay, wait, where does that put us? 224 at 16 km. Let's take a look at that. It's Puerto Rico dispersion. What? It's Puerto Rico dispersion. That's dog shit. That's absolute dog shit. Holy shit. That's complete dog shit. With less guns? That's ultra dog shit. What? It's battleship dispersion, basically. Holy fuck. And no improved pen angles, like Puerto Rico has. And Puerto Rico can at least be unkilled, well, hard to kill selling flat broadside because no sit, but this thing has a vulnerable sit as well. Huh? Okay, what? Series of volleys. You can shoot 3. Interval between volleys 2 seconds. And then you have to wait 30 seconds. So you can burst 18 shells in like a couple of seconds. But Puerto Rico shoots 12 shells. Every, well, with gun build, every 20 seconds or so. And like the problem isn't the alpha. The problem is that Puerto Rico doesn't hit anything. Puerto Rico is the only cruiser I've ever seen break John the Ruthless because it's so fucking bad. It's the only cruiser I've literally seen break John the Ruthless because it's so fucking bad. And this thing looks worse. Airstrike. Is W2X4 torps. Okay. 10 cam torps. Look pretty decent. They don't look bad. Some secondaries. AA 4 flak. 4 flak. So it can't even. And no long range. And also fuck all mid range. So it has no defense against the tier 10. A tier 10 carrier looking at this. This is like tier 8. No, this isn't even tier 8 AA. Holy fuck, that's bad. Okay, 35.4 knots. 35.4 knots of speed. It's decently fast, I guess. It's okay. It's Stalingrad does 35. Hindra does 35, but has speed boost 35.4. It's Napoli speeds, roughly. Turning circle 840, not too bad. Rudder 8 seconds. 8 seconds isn't. I mean, it's pretty good. 8 seconds is a pretty good rudder. 8 seconds is a pretty strong rudder for a cruiser. Detectability 12.7. Okay, 12.7. 10.3. 10.3 detectability. 12.7 isn't that good though. Napoli is also 12.7, 12.8. Yodo is 12.4. I mean, it's supposed to be like a large cruiser, but once again, the problem is the plane spotting. Where do you go? Like, this thing is overmatchable burns and has a big citadel and only has that little health pool. I will shoot this thing whenever it's spotted, regardless of what ship I'm playing. If I'm playing a cruiser, I want to burn it. If I'm playing a battleship, I want to dev strike it. Like, if I'm playing a DD, I want to farm it because it has Puerto Rico dispersion, so it can't fucking hit me. Like, wherever it go, and if a carrier sees this thing, it wants to airstrike it because it doesn't have any AA. Like, this is a pinata. Wherever it goes, everyone wants to shoot it or kill it. Because it can't do anything. Huh? What's the point? Okay, DCP, standard. Heal? Looks very standard. Hydro, 5 chem standard Hydro. Or you can run defensive AA, but with these values, you're gonna run Hydro for sure. Spotter plane, standard spotter plane. 15% speed boost. Okay, so it does get a 15% speed boost. Is a 15% speed boost gonna save this design? I have my fucking doubts, buddy. Okay, so you can reach 43 knots. But then what? Like, what do you do in this thing? Any cruiser can go nose in and out trade this. Like, literally any. I think even Zaog can go nose in and out trade this with HE easily. Most DDs can farm it for free. What does it do against BBs? Try to rush and torp with 4 torps per side, but then the battleship just overmatches it. I don't understand the ship because it looks so fucking bad. It seems like almost like an April Fool. How is this like what? It looks like a much worse Castilla. If that's a comparison. I don't get it. What's this? British battleship Ensign. Holy shit. Refitted hood? A hypothetical version of modernization of Admiral-class battle cruisers carried out in late 1930s. Okay. That following the modernization of battle cruiser Renown and Queen Elizabeth, in this case the ship would have. And so this is the Admiral-class hypothetical version of the modernization of the Admiral-class battle cruiser. This is the refitted hood Druck made a video about. Interesting. 8th rapid fire 381 main battery guns in 4 turrets. Improved AP pen angles, but low damage and salvo weight. Torps. The ship has 2 torpedo launchers located in the bow below the waterline. Fast reloading, decent range, and also use a turning mechanic. Interesting. Good camo, poor maneuverability. DCP heal, defensive, and Hydra. Whoa. Tier 8, Ensign. 25mm plating. Or matchable, so very much battle cruiser. 65.9k health. That's not too bad. It's actually pretty okay, isn't it? 65.9, it puts it at... Oh, Roma. Yeah, that's not bad at all. More than Richelieu and Alabama and so forth. That's a lot of health. That's a lot of health. Anti-tank, it's torpedo belt. Translation error, 24%. 18.6 alpha range, not bad. 24-second main gun reload. 11.4 alpha with improved pen angles? Huh. That's... If the firing angles are decent, that's pretty nasty guns. 24-second reload is pretty damn nasty, honestly. And the shell velocity seems pretty good. 36-second traverse, 1.9 sigma. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. This thing is gonna pump out a lot of shots. Torpedo armament 2x1. So 2 single launchers at the bow. They deal 15.5k, 12k range, 62 knots, 66. Wow, these are very spammable. These seem very spammable. Nasty surprise when you go for drive-bys and shit, you launch one of these torps on the way in. Huh. Being bow torpedoes means you can launch them as you close the distance. Secondaries, 6.6 range, that makes them irrelevant. AA, 5 flak. Some mid, some long, but it's 75%, so yeah. Maximum speed 31. Turning on 950 turning, rudder 15.6. Not the best of rudders, but honestly, I've seen worse. I mean, for a battle cruiser, it's pretty shit. Don't get me wrong, but 15.6 is like Massachusetts, Brandenburg, Roma. It's pretty standard BB rudder. The turning circle of 950 is probably the biggest issue, though. That's a really large turning circle. That's Vladivostok turning circle, basically. It's gonna take a long time to turn around. Whoa, but what is that detectability, chat? Oh boy. Hello? What is that detectability? Battleships. Battleships. Battleships in the year of our Lord. Battleships. Outspotting majority of the fucking cruisers. Holy, wait, how fucking good is that? Tier 8, what was it? 12.6 base, where does that put you? 12.6, this is cruisers. Ignacio Allende, Shimanto conceal. That's your fucking conceal. So you outspot all of these cruisers in your battleship. Aye, aye, aye. Okay. What the fuck? Holy shit. And with 380s, you overmatch all the light cruisers as well. You overmatch 25. And you got improved pen angles. What the fuck? That's terrifying? This looks like standard heal, 28 seconds, 15-second DCP. Oh, you get Hydra in a different slot, and it's a 5km Hydra. Holy shit. Huh? You get 5km Hydra in a separate slot, and defensive AA, but I mean, it's with this flak, it's not gonna do much, but still. Jesus. And the nose torps. What the fuck? So 10km battleship. 10km concealed battleship with 381s on 24-second reload with improved pen angles. Nose in torpedoes if you try to close the distance and rush it. God damn. And Hydra. Good luck torping this thing. Jesus. This thing looks fucking nasty as hell. Are you kidding me? Really? Really? In a devblog? With in a Lesta devblog that announces the new Soviet premium destroyers and the new tech tree destroyers, the most broken thing I find is a fucking British battleship? What am I watching?